And it makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel confident. It makes me... Hey Queens, I hope everyone is doing well. Happy Me Movement Monday. Yeah, that's a new thing that I came up with. But anyway, I wanted to get on here this morning to talk about the challenges. It was on my heart. The challenges of being in your feminine and your masculine as a single mom. Because to me, it's quite tough, right? So let's get into it. So I find myself being more in my masculine. And when I think back on my life as a child, it all makes great sense. Coming up, my mother raised me. I had my grandmother in the household, a few uncles, and my sister on and off. So that was my family structure. I really didn't have the nuclear household. I didn't have a dad. And I yearned for a dad. I did. I yearned for it. And I didn't know why. I didn't know that was normal, but I would see a few of my friends and their families that way. They had the nuclear household. And I didn't know what these terms were at that time, 5 and 6, but I would look and I'm like, wow, this is perfect. It looks fun. This is ideal. This is balanced. Those were my feelings, but not expressed through words. I can remember that. I can recall because that's how I felt. And it felt so warm, but it wasn't mine. And I wanted that. So my mom, for the most part, was always in her masculine, raising me. You know, that's just how it was. She was the protector. She was the provider. She was the go-to person. She always had to be assertive. And she always had to be direct and just brash and just, you know, mean in a sense. But not only that, she had her own challenges too, you know, that she was going through. So I can only imagine now, because of my understanding of myself, I can only imagine what she went through. So now I'm able to give her a little bit more grace. She wasn't the nurturing mother. She wasn't that mother that's gonna be like, let's go and cry together, or what can I do to make you feel better? You're so beautiful. Oh, don't say that about yourself. It wasn't much encouragement there. It was more so, oh, all right, you fell, go get the peroxide, get the first aid kit, put a Band-Aid on that bad boy, and go outside. You know, it was never any empathy there. But it wasn't that she was doing it on purpose. She didn't do that by choice in the moment. It's just she did what she could do, you know, with her. That was her best, and that's what she could offer, given her circumstances, you know. And that's just what it was. Now, it was her responsibility to get help. I wasn't responsible for that part. I'm not responsible for any of it, but I give her grace, but it was her responsibility to get the help that she needed. So, here I am. I'm not quite like my mother, but sometimes I feel like I see a lot of how she mothered me in me. And I don't like it. I've learned so many different things over the years about being a mother and just being who I am as a person. I give myself a lot of grace because it's not easy. But I find myself being more in my masculine, and given my circumstances, that's the reason why. I have to be the go-to person. I have to be the provider. I have to be the protector. I have to be assertive. And I have to not so much be in my feelings and be more logical. You know, masculine energy is able to feel and is very in tune with their feelings, but not letting them take over and letting the logical side be more dominant, if that makes sense. Whereas though in my feminine, you know, I'm not, oh my goodness, Charlie, you have a boo-boo? Oh my gosh, let's think about this together. Let's take time to breathe. How can mommy help? How can mommy make it feel better? What can I do? You know, are you okay? Now, me, oh my goodness, you scraped your knee. All right, let's go and get the peroxide. Let's get the Neosporin. Let's get a Band-Aid. Bandage that bad boy up. You're going to be fine. But do you feel okay? All right, you good? Let's go. It's on to the next thing automatically because I don't have time and I don't have that leverage to just really sit and be in that moment because I have to be on to the next thing. Is it gas in the car? Are those bills paid? Is it food on the table? Wait, you know, I got to make sure everything. Is it money coming in? You know, I am balancing all of these different things. And most of these things that I'm balancing require me to be more in my masculine energy than my feminine. And sometimes I feel bad about a little bit more in tune with other people. How can I be better for other people? But I need to be better for myself. So, you know, I'm working on it. I'm finding ways. You know, I examine myself every day. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm not afraid to. I pray to God and ask God to please give me the tools that I need to become, you know, a better mother, a better friend, a better significant other, a better sister, you name it. I want to be better for other people because I want to help other people, you know, and I definitely want to be there for my kids, you know, the way that they need me. You know, it's unfortunate that I can't just let go of that masculine for like 24 hours and just be in my feminine. It's just not happening because I have to be on my P's and Q's with everything else, you know. But like I said, I feel bad about it. Now, things that I do to maintain. First, I work on being aware. So I am very in tune with myself and I'm aware of when I'm doing it. It's just all in, do I have patience? Because that's another thing that comes along with it. But you have to be aware of when you're doing it and correct it immediately. And that's what I'm able to do. The second thing is being in the present moment. When someone comes to me injured, I need to like set everything else aside. Those bills that need to be paid, the food on the table, the money coming in, that'll come. Let's focus on this right now. So being in that present moment. And then last but not least, I have to give myself grace. I have to give myself grace first for however I'm feeling. If I'm feeling impatient, I need to feel impatient. If I'm feeling angry in that moment, I need to feel these emotions. I need to feel what comes along with this and tell that little girl, Shawnee, the little girl inside of me, that it's going to be okay, and give myself a big hug. You are human and it is okay. You can only win and learn. You're not losing. You're going to do better next time. And every time I communicate with myself like this, with grace, I do better the next time. And it makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel confident. It makes me feel like, wow, I am an awesome mom. You know, everyone around me feels that I am. You know, I'm probably more hard on myself than anyone else. Of course, we all are, you know. But I need to feel that. I need to feel that I did something. Like I made a change, you know, within being a mother. And I'm doing the best that I can do. You know, it is not an easy job, you know, being a mom and being in that feminine energy. Now, don't get me wrong. I do bake cookies with my children. I do make cakes with them. And, you know, but I find myself sometimes not being in that present moment, not embracing and not giving myself grace and not having patience, you know, because I'm thinking about 20 minutes from now, you know, and it's just a work in progress. That's all. So, queens, if you feel me, like and comment below, please. Because if you have, you know, sometimes we can relate. You know, that's why I do these videos. They're not perfect. They're not like outlined. I just give you the raw, real me. This is who I am and this is how I'm feeling and what I'm thinking. You know, I can't be the only one. And of course, I hope you are doing your queens and things. I posted on my IG every single day, me movement. In addition to that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. You will not be disappointed. And always remember that if I can do it, you can do it too, queens.